me all emotional.
Take your time. Take your time.
So,
come on now.
Professor Harvey's giving me, I'm going through a lot of trauma in my life, and I do a horrible job at expressing it with seriousness because I've spent so much time by myself trying to find family. So a lot of times she's fussed at me. I'll say something, some of the things I gotta give you a warning. I'm gonna say some things that are gonna bother me. And if I say them in a way that I'm talking right now, it's not that I don't care, it's that I surpass that. And this right here is a step for me to build and be better. And I don't want to feel the way I feel anymore. And I know the stuff I went through. Everywhere I've spoken, I have people that come up to me. I have people that tell me I'm so strong. So I realized my path. And I realized what I have to do. And it's hard, it sucks, because I'm crying. But just bear with me, y'all, bear with me. So I've been to prison before, figuratively. I did 10 years and 18 months. I came into this world, my mom, she went to FAMU, graduate. My father, he was a graduate military, 20 years, built 747 Boeings. My mom, air traffic controller. Both of them did time in the military. It's kind of like the environment that you would think most people are disciplined, right? Take care of the kids, right? Working on retirement, make sure everything's good for the kid, right? My parents like drugs, they like coke, they like alcohol. My mom liked to party, she liked to fight. How I grew up, if a woman talked back, my dad punched her in the face. That's what I was used to seeing. My mom, she was a piece of work. But a lot of times when I say things like that, people, they get angry at my parents. But that's like the anger I don't want. The focus needs to be on the child. I was the collateral damage. I spent from 7 to 18 in foster care. 7 to 18. I got kicked out of group homes on purpose, foster homes on purpose. Trying to play my caseworkers like, oh, you're gonna stay here. No, I'm not. Break the wall, Oh, you can't talk to your mom. Yes, I can. Let me go ahead and call. I'm breaking all the rules. And I realized no matter how much I run, no matter how much I fight, no matter how much I tell I miss somebody, I couldn't do nothing. There was nobody with a emotion to follow, a judge to speak to that could go out their way and just care about this dirty little light-skinned kid that hates to take showers and baths and likes to play basketball. So I didn't age out the system. A lot of times most people, well, you hit 18, you age out. The foundation I work with, David and Cindy over there, the main reason I work with them is because the foundation that they have, it helps kids that were in a situation like me. I want everybody to realize this big dude you see in your face was 6'3", 160 pounds. I got kicked out when I graduated high school because of independent living classes. What are those? Independent living classes is something that DCF allows you to take. And when you take it, they teach you financial literacy. They open your book up for you. They allow you to see your pain. My thing went too long. I couldn't read the stuff they wrote about me. I react a certain way. They said I'm crazy like my dad. They said I'll be a murderer like my uncles. You know how that felt? All I want to do is hoop like Kobe, bro. I just want to play Super Mario, bro. I don't care about all this stuff my parents did. But that didn't matter. When I was kicked out, after I confronted my foster parents, that I knew a lot of things. We won't go into those things, but I knew a lot of things. I was in an ES 300 Lexus with 297,000 miles on it. No college scholarships, despite me playing football, track, basketball, going to state, all three. 5th in high jump. I thought I was the big man on campus. 3.3 GPA. You couldn't tell me nothing. Light skin, nice hair. Yeah. I thought I was feeling myself, but life has a way of showing you reality. in ways that you don't really want. You know, sleeping in that car for 18 months, I called it probation after I did my 10 years in the system. I started to see the evil that most people discuss. Being a teenager on the street, working at Marshall's, and being so close to eating out of a trash can. That probably was my low. Watching people just walk past me, and I'm begging. And then I started to learn that people in the street really aren't what you guys may think. That those people went through the same pain I went through. And those were the people that would take me to their church, would sit me down with their pastor, would beg for me not to go do what everybody else is saying I did. I spent 10 years in foster care. My caseworker told me the success of somebody that did time like that, it's about 20%. So I'm supposed to be in prison. I'm supposed to be in jail. But I'm not. And I realized things don't have to be this way. The impact of the drug abuse, the homelessness, the physical abuse, sleeping in my car, fighting people, would just say, I won, but it wasn't easy to watch people befriend you but want to sexually abuse you. Watch the devil take the face of somebody that you think is a lover, that touches you, tells you it's okay, tells you to get over it, tells you better not tell nobody. And to be in a system where it happens. I did all 10 years here, where it happens and you complain. And then they open my green book. I have a green book, 2 of them, because I spent so long in the system. They're both this thick. I gave them to her because we're writing a documentary together. And in that green book, that's where my caseworkers would go, y'all. I'll sit me down, foster parents be over there. I talk about it, I'm crying, I'm showing the marks, I'm telling the abuse, and then they go over there, they have their little talk, and then I go over there, and then they say, well, his mother is psychologically struggling, so. I can hear you, right here. Yeah, haven't spoken to her in 6 years, I don't know. But these are the type of stereotypes that I studied, man. Or not studied, but struggled with. And I started to study people that went through things like this. I started it was, I can't even tell you what it was. I have this story because I didn't spend a lot of time with my family. I got a great aunt Margie. She's passed. But when I was about 5 or 6, she was about 7. She used to live in my grandmother's, it's in Pensacola, so it's like a giant living room within the living room. She was aging, she smelled like pee. She was in diapers, but she was a witty woman. I mean, anytime my grandmother would go outside of her mouth, my auntie would let her know, I understand you're 60, but I raised you. So my aunt, she used to watch these old shows, the cowboy shows. And I used to wonder, why are you watching this? Black guys, that was when African Americans really got their roles. Some of them were being imitated, and I didn't understand it. I'm like, why is their faces pink? I didn't understand it. So she told me something, because I had a slick mouth like my mom, but I always had a wit to myself. And she told me that, it's a scary thing, her time in America. She was like, do you know what it was? I was like, no, man. She said that a colored man who can wear a suit can obtain the attention of any race by words and conduct through positivity is a man that has never roamed this earth without a noose or a lynching awaiting them for their intellectuality and wokeness. And it never dawned on me until I became a professional football player. Until I decided to stop crying over my problems. Stop allowing people to treat me like I'm on the street, or just because you have parents you think you're better than me. I used to have people tell me that all the time. I'm jealous of them because they have a mom or a dad. Oh, I'm upset because you get to go home, or you get to celebrate Thanksgiving. So when I was in college, I knew I had one goal. It's either I make it or it's back to the village. And I didn't want to go back. I didn't want to sleep in the car anymore. I didn't want to fight people anymore. So I made a decision. I woke up every single day. I wrote down every single person that doubted me. I swear to God, you can ask my wife. Every single person that doubted me, bro, I read it every day. I didn't celebrate holidays. I didn't celebrate birthdays. I spent 678 straight days working to be something that I thought no one could see. It was a blindness, a confidence. I picked up a football at 17 because I had no colleges that wanted me. Imagine that. You're already trying to find family that wants you. Nobody does. You know, it's true what they do on Disney, you know, when they walk the people in and they show the kids to them like zoo animals. It's true. Back in the 90s, that's what they used to do. I'm 35. That's what they used to do. Do you know how that feels to sit? I try to explain it to my kids a lot. You know how it feels to sit in a room and these people who are paid to take care of you wait until the person who's paid to watch over you leaves to show you who they really are. It's a disgusting feeling to have someone who's supposed to take care of me tell me that I'm worthless because I didn't want to sweep when you told me to sweep. Because I don't want to listen like your kids listen. You're not my dad. And if I said, well, your dad isn't here, he doesn't want you. Cool. You know, not one person in my life had a problem showing me that I'm not like them, or that I'm not welcome, or that I don't belong. For most of the part of my life, I've been like to myself. I'm always, I wish I could think of the rapper right now. I listen to a lot of trap music, I'm sorry guys. I like the ghetto stuff. But I think it was Big Crit, I sit in a four-corner room in my mind where I put myself in a spectrum of just, it's me against me. The only way I become great is to get through me. I've always been observant of everything around me. You know, when I first came into law school, because it's funny, I know everybody I meet, I'm playing professional football. I'm not these rings, bro. My wife will tell you, I'm not these, I really, honest to God, I don't care about football. I don't watch football. Can I say that? I don't give a shit about football. I played because I was poor. I played because I was homeless. I played because the dudes who fed me, the ones that did the stuff you're not supposed to, that's what they did on Saturday. So if I wanted to eat for free on Saturday, I got to go play flag with the homies. And then I just got good. And then it just became easy. And I always had to fight in group homes. I was the thumper, as they call it, the bully, the regulator. Football's easy. I can hit you for free. Let's go. But then I come to finish, and I think to myself, what next? I drove my family crazy. I drove them crazy because I didn't know what to do because I'm like, bro, okay, this is the top of the mountain. Now what now? And I was like, you know what? I started working at the clerk's office. I know, right? It's a first appearance clerk. I'm like, right, you know, why not, bro? Why not? I'm with Judge Catlin the whole time. I'm seeing Judge Figueroa, Judge Zare, and all these people. And I'm the type of person I speak things into existence. I'm not scared of people. I've slept in the car, bro. There's nothing you can do to me. I've been touched. There's nothing you can do. I've seen it all. So I started voicing, just like I did in football, when I first picked it up. And I'm in the hood at Dillard High School, and I'm telling everybody who's been playing, they got stars, oh, I'm gonna be the greatest. I'm gonna be a pro. They look at me and, bro, you got on Reebok cleats. Like, nah, bro. Law school was a feat like football. It was something that I shoot high, bro. Like, I'm psychotic like that. I see a goal, I'm gonna chase it. I don't care. And I'll be damned if you sit next to me and compete with me, bro. I'm gonna beat you alive, bro. It's not even gonna be close. And that's how I attack law school. So, again, to bring that story back up, I finished playing. I've been hit and concussed 11 times. I've been sleeping in a car, bro. I've had to fight people for my clothes, for my manhood. I've had to do a lot of things, bro. But that woman right there intimidated the hell out of me. The thing that helped me with football is I'm really smart. I'm so observant. I have ADD and ADHD, so my brain is going like 1,000 miles per hour. And I always have to take deep breaths to slow it down. But I'm sitting there, and I got my laptop, and first thing, like I was telling my wife, I'm like, oh, there's this lady. She's black. And she's like, really? I'm like, yeah, I swear. And she's Haitian too. She's like, no. I said, yes. And she's serious. She's a state prosecutor. She got that energy. And she's like, oh. I was like, yeah. She ain't smiling, man. So it's the first, I think it's like the second week, and she used to look out for everybody. You know, you got to present. Nobody wants to present. So this lady, well, I'm not going to say the girl's name, but she wasn't prepared. And I saw what a pregnant state attorney, and, you know, in her mid-20s, how angry that make, but then I saw what she did during the break. And I saw her talk to her like I'm talking to you and break it down like, no, baby, this is how you gotta be. You gotta take this serious. And I sat there for a second and I'm looking at all my flashcards and everything, and I said, boom, that's it. I can do this, bro. I gotta talk to her. I had to figure it out, so I dodged her the whole semester. And then I was telling my wife, I was like, man, I'm so tired, bro. I gotta take a break. So I'm sitting the whole summer. I took the summer off. I was like, you know. And then I look back and my buddy Rashard Patterson, he's like, bro, where you been at? She's looking for you. Who? The pregnant thing? He said, yeah, she's looking for you. Oh, no. I ain't cheating, bro. I don't know what's going on. So I walk in there and I see her and she's like so excited. Like, y'all gotta understand, like, I come from like a place where like being cool with people, it bothers me. Being interpersonal with people, it makes me feel uncomfortable. I don't feel adequate. I'm working on that because of where I came from. But she didn't care, you hear me? She, Brian, it's so good to see you. And I'm like, oh, okay, what did I do? And she starts introducing me to this program, and I'm just like, okay, check it out. I start telling her, you know, what I'm doing with you know, foster kids and stuff, and I'm like, I'm trying to bring awareness to it, and I'm sitting in a classroom where nobody knows what a foster kid is, or if they do, they never seen one at this level. Like, it, in a sense, it gave me a hope. It gave me hope to move to something that football gave me faith. Like, football allowed me to be whatever I wanted to be. I wasn't a foster kid on the field. They didn't even know what my face looked like. If you didn't know my last name, you wouldn't even know I didn't have parents, and they died the way they died. You wouldn't even know. Law turned that in the same fashion. She did the same. Like, if we could highlight somebody, bro, I would highlight Professor Harvey. I call her auntie because I've called her for more things than once, and she's always been there. And just like everybody says, bro, if you call this woman, she gonna have the person who baked the cake, the brother who had the flour made, the man who grinded the sugar out. She know the person who packaged it, the brother from Amazon who dropped it off. Listen, man, this woman here, bro, I can't thank Professor Harvey enough. I can't, from criminal law, my first year, to where I'm at now, I was at a point where, bro, you know, I'm a fly on the wall, bro. I'm from the neighborhood. I'm not going to say much. I'm just going to watch you, bro. Like, I don't do that anymore. I talk now. I'm happy now. Like, I realize, like, bro, there's more to life than just what I went through. And me and her, this is why she's so amazing. I had a conversation with her one time. Because, you know, I hide a lot of my stuff. I don't like to show people certain things. And me and her had a conversation, and I said something really like, oh yeah, I spent like 10 years in foster care. Both my parents are dead. They died before I graduated. What did you just say? And I was like, yeah. Oh my God. And the way I said it, she was like, concerned. But I'm like, no, it's fine. It's been like that since I was like 12, 11, man. It's normal. Oh my God, Brian. That turned into this. This is the children's book we're coming out with. It's called From Foster Kid to Football Star, and it's my story. And I read it, I saw it the first time last week. I came to her podcast for her other books, and my wife will attest to this. Bro, we've had plenty of people that have tried to hustle me through my own story. Plenty of people. She didn't ask for nothing. She didn't ask for nothing. To write a book is like 13, 15 grand, bro. I've been trying to do this since I finished. I've been trying to get the name out for foster kids, Forgotten Angels in Valrico. I'm always telling people about it. I'm always asking people to come by. You want me to come by and sign some shit? Oh, Tom Brady. How about you come by and tell kids that think that nobody cares about them like I used to? How about you come and show them as a law student, a lawyer, a judge, that it's possible? Because in my hood, you call 12. And that's a problem if we're trying to change. Because it's not the people who are rich that are doing it. It's the people who have been abused and stepped on. Because I was the same way. I got abused so much and nobody listened to the point where I started abusing other people. And then what does that lead you to? Hanging with more abusive people. And then what? It's going to lead to a point where it's either you're going to pull the trigger or he's going to pull the trigger. You're going to go to prison or he's going to go to prison. I got foster brothers doing life. And they look at me and they just smile. It's like, damn, bro, you was right there. If you would have made that left like I made that left, but I did. So I just want to say for this program, man, everything, not just the wellness, not just the bar prep. I mean, the bar prep, the bar prep. I'm not scared no more. The NPRE too. Miss Stetzler. Amazing. I met her, 3 weeks? 3 weeks ago? Listen. She put us on a video chat with this lady, and I said, the NPRE, I forgot we had to take that. I said, I mean, why I gotta take this? And then I gotta pay a couple $100 too. What is wrong with y'all? The textbook itself is $500. So, Miss Stetzler's on there just talking. Now, this was brought by Journey to Esquire. Because I had no clue. You go online and Google, bro, you gotta pay $500. Pay no $500. This lady broke down Helix to me to the point where I was just like, oh my God. I emailed her at 11:30 at night. That woman emailed me at 11:38. Every single time I wrote Miss Stetzler, she wrote me back and then would go back on my profile to ensure that I was on the right track. I walked into that NPRE, bro. That dude's patting me down. I said, go ahead, brother. I ain't got on nothing but fresh. I went in there, I tore it up. I felt so good. But I really, to wrap it up, man, I want to say just Professor Harvey, Jocelyn Harvey, thank you just for being everything that everybody needs when they don't even realize it.